Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Kaizer Chiefs just played and lost to Township Rollers 1-0. And yeah, guys, this is the reaction that is going to just chat about what we saw in the game, the players we saw, the coaching, and everything around Kaizer Chiefs in the game, and even the opponents they were playing. But first of all, guys, please subscribe. I want to keep creating content for you. Let's get into it. Thank you for those who subscribe. Nyabonga. I am happy that you subscribed, and I hope you're enjoying the channel. But yeah, let's kick it off. Biggest issues, guys. Biggest issues is coaching. So a lot of people will be like, hey, it's too early. You can't say coaching. But guys, our coaching is showing that it's lacking because something is not right in our team. The movement is off. The players are not connecting. You would swear that the team that just started preseason is Kaizer Chiefs when you watch this game. Because the players were not looking there. And this is what I always say with Molefi Ntseki. Molefi Ntseki is a coach that when he shines because of the individual brilliance. And individual brilliance is like when Mdu was taking on players, when Nkosimpile Ngobo was taking on players. That is Molefi Ntseki's only thing he has. But like with the quality of play, the movement of the ball, it was bad. Guys, we have players who are bumping into each other in the field. We have players who are bumping into each other on the field. We have players who are blocking space in the field. Like when a defender has the ball, players just block space. And then the passes they do are 2 centimeter passes, like Tatanal. But the ball is not going anywhere. Luckily, when Usamkelo Zwane came, he started forcing Kuti he's going to try kick behind. But even that, it wasn't great. So, guys, it's the coaching is not looking good, and I won't lie. We are playing cheaper next week, and if we like this, guys, it's very, very, very bad. And I want to highlight a few things in that. The lack of movement worries me because all teams now have good movement, but our players are lacking movement. You won't think that a lot of these players have been playing with each other. And then let me say this, guys. My biggest worry, I have so many worries. Nothing kind and just talking about this. But like 2 games in preseason. We have 2 games in preseason. We have 0 goals. No one has scored. A winger has not scored. The striker has not scored. Well, this I'm talking about televised game. We don't know about the other games, how serious they are. But the televised games, no winger has scored, no striker has scored. And I'll get to the striker part because that one, young Kwatisa, young Kwatisa, hooray. But yeah, to no goals in preseason, it's not looking good, guys. Because the teams we have been playing, Township Rollers, defensively, they were not there. Younger, defensively, they were not there. It's us. We are the problem. Another problem I have, and I don't understand, guys, is fitness. How are our players not looking fit? In the first half, after the 20 minutes or 30 minutes, our players just slowed down. Our players can't close down. Players like the defenders of Township Rollers were just passing the ball so nice. No one was like putting pressure. Our players just don't look fit. Why? Like everyone does not look in the best shape. And I don't understand that. Like the players just look off. Like they don't look like they're in condition, and that worries me because it means that our fitness coach is not doing something right. And guys, we saw that Ukamehelo Mahlatsi, by the time it hit 75 minutes, the guy was finished. Actually, let me say 60 minutes. The guy was finished. Saile, by the time it hit 60 minutes, the guy was finished. Like, they couldn't do anything. They couldn't even trap the ball. When they trapped the ball, they didn't want to even do anything. They just wanted to pass back to whoever passed them. Fitness is bad and we're playing in a week's time. Something's not right with our fitness coach. Subs, guys, I know it's a friendly preseason, but number one, when Molefi was making all of those substitutions, why did he not bring Duba and Ashley early? Why? Why did he not include Ashley and Duba in there? Because those few minutes he allowed Saile and Mahlatsi to play made no difference. Made no difference whatsoever. And the thing is that what disappoints me, this is what the part there of the strikers that makes me so angry. We have 2 strikers, natural strikers. Saile is not a natural striker. Saile is a natural winger. winger come forward, come striker. So he's not a natural striker. So he can't play in the middle of the park. But who can play the Duba? But why do they not play Duba, guys? I don't understand. Why do they not play Duba? Like, I just don't get it. Like, what did Duba do to these guys that they only give him only 10 minutes all the time? Duba gets 10 minutes all the time. Duba deserved 45 minutes. At halftime, they should have taken out Saile and brought in Duba so that they can see what Duba has to offer. Why did they not give the boy minutes? Because it's just so confusing to me. And then playing players out of position. So yesterday I made a comment about Umahlatsi, and I said the Umahlatsi, there's something there, right? But the thing is that he has to find the coach who's gonna get the best out of him. And the reason why I say playing players out of position, if you have tracked Umahlatsi through the youth ranks of Super Sport, through the youth ranks of Super Sport, and when he went to Bay Hill tournaments, and when he was playing MDC and all of that, etc., etc. And even when we will even go even to Swallows, Mahlatsi never played as a winger. He was not playing as a winger. He was playing as a second striker. He was always playing as a second striker, but his natural position was not a wing. And the thing is that Mahlatsi at Supersport, even if he was playing maybe out wide and stuff like that, when he received the ball, he was receiving it towards goal. He never received it on the touchline or on the touchline like a winger, because he's not a winger. The thing of being a winger, it's not his play. It closes him out. He wants to be in a position where he sees the goal as close as possible. So that's why I'm like, the people who are training Umahlatsi don't know how to train Mahlatsi. That's something we need to accept. If you don't know how to train a player, it's fine. Because even Mashiane is looking like a player they don't know how to train. Khatebe is looking like a player they don't know how to train. Usamkelo Zwane is looking like a player they don't know how to train. For the specific reason, Usamkelo Zwane is a defensive midfielder, but he can't defend. So why is a defensive midfielder a player who can't defend? Yet going forward, he's one of our best players. Because Mpile Ngobo also hasn't gotten good training. Why? Because he doesn't know how to track back. He struggles tracking back, but going forward, he is the best. But that's the thing. If you're the best going forward, if you can't come back, it leaves hold, and that's what teams are going to exploit. They're going to exploit the hold, which is why when they play defensive midfield, they never play Usamkelo Zwane with Ukastillo, etc., because they know he can't defend, but no one is coaching him. My thing is that, do they give them programs to do this? Is there a coach just showing them how to close space? No, I don't think there is. I don't know what they're coaching them. And then the thing is that yes, there were some chances in the final third, but we're not creating enough. We're not getting there enough. There was a point in the game where the moment the ball had finally reached our midfielders, all of our strikers and were like in one line. And the Township roller defenders were just standing there in one line. And I was like, why is there no movement? Why doesn't someone break out? Like run behind the strike, behind the defenders, show some movement, run behind the defenders, move the players. Because if we're all standing in one line, then the defenders, the midfielders of Township Rollers are already blocking the pass. But the moment you move behind, it opens space, and it feels like they are playing. They've been training too much with Uranga, and Uranga, because he can trap the ball and stuff. And you can see they tried to do that in the first half with Saile, but it's dangerous to only have a play like that when the guy is not on the field. When the guy is not on the field, you must adapt to what's there. And then Castillo had a good game, but not a great game. And this is from my perspective. Castillo had a good game and not a great game. The reason why I say that is because something is not clicking. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what I'm not seeing. But something isn't right there with the Castillo game. It's like he isn't making the right forward passes. But he now and then he does. I like when he kicks with the outside of his right foot. But it's like he doesn't have urgency, and like he doesn't look comfortable. But I won't put too much pressure on him because he's still new. He's trying to figure out the game. And another thing, I'll raise this one at the end, but also the pitch was not the best. But yeah, the Castillo, that I'm happy that we at least have a player there, but something is just looking off for me there. And then now, bad performances. I highlighted 3 players that were bad. And that is next to 4 players. Actually, I'll just name the ones I can remember now. Saile Mahlatsi, Mdantsane, Kwinika, Nkosi yami, Kwinika was bad. It's so crazy how a player can go to being one of the best players at Stellenbosch and get to Chiefs and just be swag. Like, I know, watching this guy, ngazithopha ngensipho. I don't know what, but it was bad. So Mahlatsi played out of position. I won't defend the boy. He had poor touches here and there, but he did create some chances here and there. But he just needs people who can play combination. And you could see the people who were there, they weren't playing a combination, guys. But he tried. But my thing is, I think maybe Mahlatsi must go to like a coach like Gavin Hunt or someone like that, because those are the proper coaches who can get his talent out. I don't think Molefi can get the best out of Mahlatsi. But anyway, next one is Saile. Saile just runs. We know Saile just runs, but Saile, my dad. Sometimes you watch him and then you're like, yes, sometimes can he just relax in certain instances? Can he just relax? Because he has speed, but he just wants to play at that speed one way. And there are times where he just needs to relax and then accelerate, relax and then accelerate. That is how the best, like Abo Messi, Ronaldo, etc., they won't play one pace. They will slow down. The moment you want to slow down is when they accelerate, and then you're caught on the back foot. It's finished. Saile, coaching, guys, I'm telling you, if someone is not coaching a player, you can see. That's why Sekgota is a good player, but someone is not coaching him. He must get coached. Sekgota is a good player. He can end up being someone who can cross, who can take on players, who can eventually even score. But if you do not coach him right, he will be what he is now at Chiefs, and he will be exposed for just running in J like a headless chicken down the line. So, good performances, I would say. Nkosimpile Ngcobo, Ditlhoke was okay. Duduzi Shabalala was good. Even though Duduzi, he beat the one defender on the right, and then instead of crossing to Saile, he shot straight to the keeper. And then I was like, it's situations like these where when you beat a player on the touchline, and you ask yourself, why are you shooting? Kick a cross goal. Let it hit the defender, let it hit someone and go in the pole. Because those are small things that already show you coaching is lacking. And you can tell, maybe Umdu is being played on the right wing as a makeshift right wing, meaning coaching is lacking. This thing of coaching is just killing me. And yeah, guys, I want to know what you guys think. Hey, because me now, I'm not ready. If we are struggling against, I know Township Rollers, people will say is a good team in Botswana, but these guys are 2 weeks into preseason. These guys were not fit. These guys were just fine, NJ. They just maintained. They didn't try to run too much. And it's not to say they even played better than us or anything like that, but they just, in the moments they went out, they just looked like they were just a better team slightly. But even though I'll say Chiefs, in terms of playing and stuff like that, we were slightly a better team, but it was more because of we are more fit than them, because they are like 2 weeks into training and their coaches like 2 weeks into coaching the team. And that's the thing that worries me. How can a coach who is 2 weeks into training his team put on a better performance with players he hasn't coached than coaches who have been with these players for, we can say now, 2 years, because Molefi was there last year for 2 years, but it lacks identity. We just lack identity. The brand of football we are playing is not Kaizer Chiefs brand, and I just want to cry. And then now, guys, that's gonna conclude my video. But the last thing I wanna say is, Number one, we'll highlight Guti. The pitch was not great, so that could have been a factor. The pitch was not great, so maybe that's one of the reasons the players weren't doing their best. Pitch was not great, but it's no excuse because both teams were playing on that pitch. It's not like you were playing there alone. So it's no excuse in my book. And then number two, why is it Guti Jessica Mutaung is wearing our new kit, but Kaizer Chiefs players are not wearing the new kits? Why? Why are we playing in a training kit, guys? I don't understand how Kaizer Chiefs does things. We look like a team that is unprepared. We look like a team that does not know that they're going to start the league next season. We do marketing things to the highest level, but on the field, it's like the West. You would swear, Guti, Chiefs is like I don't know what, but I know it's terrible. And at this point, I will say this in my conclusion. The players are now there. The squad looks much better. Yes, there are some positions that we need to fill up, but now it's coaching. Like, if the players were there, it means that something is wrong with the system that's in place. It's coaching, guys. Something has to be done with coaching. We can't have gone through 2 weekends of watching high intensity football, lost 1-0, 1-0 in both those games, and then the team does not look creative. The team does not look like fluid. The team just looks broken. Like, I pugile le team, pugile straight, and I don't understand, Guti, why. And you know what? I will try to not blame Molefi Ntseki, but I'm not looking forward to this season because of his hire as a coach. Him as a coach, I think I'll get a heart attack because if we get into, I feel like Molefi Ntseki, the way he's going now, he'll break a record and be the first coach maybe achieves to be fired within 5 games of the league or 10 games, because the way it's going, it's possible that he can lose all 5 games. And losing MTN 8 is something that will make me cry. That is the one thing I think. If there was a cup we can win, I thought MTN 8 was going to be the one. But now after this, playing Cape Town City, with Eric Tinkler, who at least knows how to play football. Hey, kunzima ukuba i-Kaizer Chiefs supporter, guys. Hey, comment, like, subscribe. Hey kunzima.